I'm assuming we're going soon. There we go. Alright, so for the final time, let's see what old Bradders is doing for the first lap. Fair's fair, he won race 1. Let's hope he gets involved in some drama, make it fun for me. It's something dramatic. And it's black screen, away we go. Bradders is just tucking in behind Julian. Mulsane's already on the attack with Tadpole. This takes the safer line. Everyone's there, there's a bit of contact. I think Nick got the brunt of that contact. This car's slowing down and stopping everywhere. Oh, is that a restart? I don't know. The fudge door happened there. I think everyone's still moving. On the outside of Tadpole. Julian's already a few places in front. See the back end of Julian's car. I think that's Julian anyway. It is. Oh, as Bradders takes the inside line on Tadpole. Tadpole checks up. Nick could have a go here as well. Bradders have not enjoyed back Maggots and Beckett's this time round. Locked up on several occasions going through there in the first race. God, this guy would be quite quick if he could manage to do that properly. So it was a rather uneventful first lap for Bradders. Going Scotty Guy for 7th. I think Julian's throwing himself up to try and overtake 2 people. That was a great move by Bradders on the inside, now the outside. And he'll get the traction done. Far behind. Still in first place. Danzilla's taken the place from Fell. Fell caught the grass, didn't give him the opportunity. So Danzilla just behind Julian. Is Danzilla going to have a lunge? Certainly going to have a look. Probably more useful if I watch it from this car rather than the one behind. See what they're doing with Mulsane and Rick. Got a decent old gap there. Can't see Viper off the back. Not sure, but they seem to be going relatively slowly. No damage, but they're a good 9 seconds behind. Looks like Mulsane is going to take this from Rick and without too much hassle in a couple of minutes. He's got the run on him every time. My hope is that Rick can keep him behind him and then drag everyone else in and we can have a 6 or 7 way fight for the lead. inside again. That does bring the Bradders and Julian into play. And they've got a gap. I don't think Mulsanne will make it hard for Julian to get past. Bradders has a go. Wow, where did he come from? He's just taken 2 positions in one corner. Oh, as Julian runs wide. Julian's going to get swamped. Ricky's currently off-roading. This is not Horizon, Rick. Get back on track. I would love to see that replay. It's unfortunate we don't have the ability to see replays. That was one hell of an attempted overtake from Bradders. Bradders cleared 3 cars in one corner. I think he just threw Ricky off his scent. Him and Julian tangled. Ricky's now halfway down the pack. That Ricky is now P8. Julian P5. He's got at least sort of 3 seconds to make up on Bradders. This is doing wonders for Bradders' title. Julian's now coming up behind Nathel. He shows his nose, not close enough to get the move done. Contact there between Julian and Nathel. Julian's got to be racing angry at the minute. Has to be. Bradders is getting closer. It's not going to leave Julian yet though. It looks like he's going to have at least a decent run at Nathel coming down the straight. Oh, as Nathel's gone wide. Didn't see any contact. Possible. Didn't see it. Definitely so much later on the brakes than Danzilla and Nathel was. Throw you off though when somebody closes like that. Part of your brain is like, are they going to hit me? Bradders is getting closer and closer to Mulsanne. They've now got a 2-second lead. Julian is just not able to get past Danzilla yet. Again, Julian through Maggots and Beckett's is just immense today. Always on the inside of Danzilla. Just the difference in traction coming out of that corner. He's got it nailed. I don't think Danzilla's going to give this up. He's inching further ahead. And then it just needs to be slightly smarter on the brakes. No, Julian got the braking done well. Then took over from Danzilla, had to run slightly wide. Is Dan going to show his nose down the inside? No. Julian has a bit of a wobble. Up 2.5 seconds behind. Viper is 25 seconds behind. There's no damage. Hoping to hear about this one after the race. NWR Dan is on the back of Nick. I think they've been that way for a while. It's a wily old run, son of a gun. Late night. Dan tried to turn a little bit too early then. I don't think he knew Nick was still on his inside. Don't attack the boss, Dan. Nefel and Danzilla. Oh, sorry, Nefel and Tadpole. Danzilla's still in chase. Bradders is slight contact as they head in there. Neither of them lost a lot. See where Bradders is compared to Mulsanne. The gaps remain relatively stable. As we've seen throughout the race, Bradders is not a fan of Maggots and Beckett's. Ooh, can Bradders take advantage of that mistake? No, he goes into the pits. I think that's a get me out of here scenario. See what Ricky, Nick and Dan... Oh, is it going to do this again, is it? Every car I look at is going to go into the pits. The fell. Viper's still not made it round pits. I don't know. I'd love to know what happened. Got involved with Cotsey early on. He's just lost so much time. He hasn't pitted. Let's see. No, he didn't. Fell seems to be maintaining a similar sort of distance to Danzilla. Seem a bit hesitant through there. I don't know if it's the car or what. Zane's got 2.5 seconds on Julian. Brad is looking to overtake Cotsey. Not getting any closer to Dan. Dan's got about the same distance to Scotty Guy. Zane's pitted, Julian hasn't, I want to say. Yep, Julian's come round. Right, let's jump on board with that Scotty guy. I think we're in a holding pattern, an airline would call this. Well, Dan's closed the gap, maybe not quite holding. If he can close that gap anymore, 0.4 behind Scotty Guy. Seems better on the brakes, more confident. Takes a great line through tops. Check the brakes up. Scotty Guy braked a lot more than Dan did. That was a lovely move there from Dan. stay out as well. He's got to go close the door slightly. God, I hate this thing sometimes. Bradders is down, obviously in front of Mulzane. Before the pits would have given him about a 2.5 second advantage over Julian. Bradders could have just played himself into winning this championship. First series since becoming an NWR driver. I guess that means we'll let him keep his seat for a while. Close that gap down at all. Danzilla's on the back of Tadpole again. He's got guys chasing down Dan. In turn, he's got Nick not far behind. As he's chasing down Laurie. A good series for Ozzy, apart from his dodgy paint job when he first started. I think he can hold his head up high. He's got quicker as the series has gone on. He's not quit. He'll get quicker too. Julian has got a bit of room up front on his own. Treat this like a hot lap challenge. Good 9 seconds on NWR Dan. Obviously won the race at Sonoma. About half a lap to go. Pit lane's going to close very soon. Four and a bit laps to go. Is maintaining about 3/4 of a second gap. Ozzy and Laurie have maintained. Julian's in the pits now. Mulzane just not being able to get close enough to Bradders. This is where Julian's going to pop out somewhere in this fight. Will they go for team strategy? It gets to the point where Mulzane and Julian are close together. Will he let him past? It's going to be close coming out of the pits. The Bradders and... No, not as close as you think. They just cannot close that gap no matter what he tries. Got to got a good 2 seconds on Julian, so the gap remained relatively consistent in and out of the pits. Just being very cautious. Fastest lap is Julian. Julian would pick up the point as well. Zane is now right up the trumpet. Still got 2 seconds on Julian. Nice, clean, tight racing between the two of them. Just about to complete lap 10. There's another puff of smoke from Brad. Is Mulzane going to have a look? Starts pressurising too much. I wouldn't be surprised if Brad has lets him through one of these corners. He only needs to finish a position behind Julian. He's currently 2 positions in front. Both pushing really hard. See Julian starting to close the gap. Look, a good old fight here and all. Danzilla, Nafel and Dan by the looks of it. Danzilla, have a look. You know it. Just played Dan right back into this. Dan is still 0.3 behind. Hussey's in front of Laurie. Nick 10th, Ricky 9th, Scotty 8th. And then we've got this fight here. 5th, 6th and 7th. And had the momentum there. Fell runs slightly wide. Dan could get anything in any traction. Tadpole, lonely race. Danzilla throws his nose out. There's contact between the pair of them. Dan nearly sees his way through. They're going to be pretty wide as they enter the chicane. Dan just sort of thought, no, there's no point in getting too much involved in this one. Now, again, 3 wide. I've got my thumb on the fight for the lead. Contact between Dan and Danzilla. So whoever keeps the name. Lovely switch back there from Dan. Even keep the traction on the outside. Danzilla will just tuck up in front. Give Dan the toe down the straight. Going to see what's going on up front. Nothing's changed. Dan's still having another look. Scotty Guy is closing the gap though. With these two tapping. Scotty Guy might not just close the gap. He might force his way through the door. Assuming Dan lifted to let Danzilla back through. Scotty guy nearly come a cropper because of it. They're going to go side by side through Maggots and Beckett's. Dan dropped back to give himself the better line. That's Ricky's now more than slightly interested in what these two are doing. Do have to just check on my lead three. They're going to head across the line for the penultimate time. I'm going to jump on board with Rick. Scotty guy, Rick, Dan, side by side. As they head into the final chicane. Dan has outbraked himself. He's going to give Scotty guy the run. Ricky the run, and Nick is also now involved. What is going on up front? Still the same gaps. Barring any stupidity, it looks like Dan, looks like Brad has, sorry, probably wrapped up this title, barring any penalties. Oh, there's a NWR. Dan's now 10th. Nick on his inside, 9th and 10th. Him and Nick just want to be friends. All the while, this is giving Nefel 5 seconds on. No, sorry, 3 seconds. Dan Zilla, and they were neck and neck. As Bradders is 3 corners away from winning the Aston Martin DBR9 Championship. Zane is not going to give him this without a fight. Now just takes the line he needs to take, crosses the line for the win. Julian 3rd, Tadpole 4th by the looks of things. NWR Dan is on the outside. NWR Nick 29 is on the outside, inside. Dan takes the line. On the outside, he's got the better track. Oh, Dan put his brakes on. And Laurie, is he doing his customary I'm gonna stop routine? He certainly is. Going real slow. Let's give him a look in his Gulfstream liveried Aston Martin. Takes the final chicane at what I can only describe as granddad speed. Viper comes around the final corner to take 13th spot. Grandad in 14th. Cross the line, Grandad. You know, we can't finish the race without you. Put the obnobs down. And as we go, and the final result of the season, Brad is in first, Mulzane, Julian, Tadpole, Nefel, Danzilla, Scotty Guy, Ricky, Nick, Dan, Uzzy Wuzzy, Cotsy, Viper, and Absolute Pleasure streaming the series. We'll be back again next Thursday.